they've never seen someone turn psychology into a weapon of mass reconstruction. You didn't destroy for the sake of destruction. You rebuilt through revelation. So let's talk about what you did that made federal agents sit up in their sterile offices and whisper, "We need to understand this person." It all began with that first betrayal, the one that should have shattered you, the one where they smiled in your face while sharpening knives behind your back. Most people would have broken, cried, screamed, or thrown their pain into social media quotes, but you didn't. You did something far more terrifying. You studied them with precision, not just observing their behavior, but decoding their entire psychological DNA. Every insecurity they carelessly mentioned, you quietly stored. Every fear that slipped through their mask, you cataloged. Every weakness disguised as confidence was recorded in the vast library of your mind. You weren't plotting revenge. You were constructing a psychological blueprint of human vulnerability. You became a quiet architect, designing not destruction, but revelation. And when the moment came to act, you didn't strike with brute force, you moved with surgical precision. Your retaliation wasn't loud, it was calculated. It began not with confrontation, but with disappearance. You erased yourself from their story so completely that they started questioning whether you were ever real. Yet you left subtle traces, breadcrumbs of your evolution, proof that you had risen beyond their reach. Every success you achieved without them was a blade slicing through their delusion. Every image of you thriving became undeniable evidence that they were the problem, not you. Without a word, you made them doubt their own narrative of turning silence into your sharpest weapon. Then came the mirrors. You never revealed their secrets. You became the reflection that forced them to face themselves. Your presence alone was enough to expose them. Guilt flooded their hearts without you uttering a single accusation. You would enter a room, and they'd start to fidget, not because you threatened them, but because you reminded them of their own deception. Federal profilers later named it passive psychological dominance. You simply called it Tuesday. The Pentagon doesn't care about ordinary revenge. They see that daily violence, lawsuits, humiliation, none of that impressed them. What caught their attention was your method of psychological architecture. You rebuilt the perception of reality around your targets until they couldn't separate truth from illusion. You didn't fight them. You made them fight themselves. You turned their minds into cages and handed them the keys, knowing they'd never use them.